Okay, let's tackle a huge marketing problem. Proving your work is actually worth the money. And you know this quote? It's the perfect setup for a story about a company called iTalent. iTalent had this great employee engagement platform, super successful, with tons of clients. But then their clients' execs started asking some tough questions. They wanted to see the ROI. The marketing team had all this great data on usage and feedback, but that's not what the execs wanted. So they had the engagement data, right? Why were execs still demanding to see the numbers? This is a huge deal. Turns out, the problem wasn't really about the data at all. It was about how the project started. See, the whole thing was disconnected from clear business goals from day one. You just can't measure what you don't define. And this is a big deal. In fact, it's the #1 reason programs fail: lack of business alignment. Which brings us to a crucial point. You've got to start with why, and I mean the business why. So what does that really mean? Well, it's about defining 2 key needs before you do anything. First, you've got payoff needs. This is the big picture stuff, how marketing helps the whole company win. And these can be tactical, like fixing a quick problem, or way more strategic and long-term. Second, you have to define the business need. This is a real, measurable gap in performance.
Okay, so how do you even find that gap? Let's make it super simple and just visualize it.
Basically, a business need is just the gap between where you are now and where you want to be. A great way to find these gaps is using the FACTS model. It gives you a balanced 4-part view. Let's run through it. F is for financial. Think revenue, profit, the money. Next up is A for activity. How good are your actual marketing campaigns and processes? Then we have C for customer. Are they happy? Are they loyal? Do they stick around? And finally, T is for talent. Because let's be real, your team makes everything happen. It's like this quote says, you can't just focus on the money. It's a recipe for disaster. By defining all these gaps right from the start, you create a clear path to proving your value. So the process is really simple. Figure out where you are, where you want to be, and then focus on the biggest gaps. So, on your next project, ask yourself, how will you define that why from the absolute start?